As we look at the rest of the UFC year, we have 2 events left for the year. And out of those 2 events, the biggest fight, in my opinion, is definitely the co-main for UFC 310, Ian Garry versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now, my opinion, this is a very, very easy fight to predict. There's holes that I think are very easy to see for each guy, and there's strengths that I think are very easy to see for each guy. And today, I want to go through who I think is going to win and how I think the general fight is going to go. Now, how did this fight come to fruition? Well, obviously, as I think practically everyone knows who clicked on this video, Shavkat Rakhmonov was meant to be fighting Belal Muhammad for the title. Belal pulled out of the fight, and Shavkat since then has been hounding the welterweight division for someone to step in and fight him. We all thought it'd be for the interim belt, but you know, that didn't end up happening. But it was rumored Usman would step in. It was rumored that JDM would step in. But the guy who actually ended up stepping in to fight Shavkat Rakhmonov on short notice was Ian Garry. And we literally only found this out about a week ago. Something like that. It would have been 2 weeks ago when I posted this. But we only found this out 2 weeks ago. And so did they. Now I want to look at what both of these guys as individuals bring to the table. Starting off with Shavkat Rakhmonov. Shavkat's style is extremely aggressive. Okay, some would describe him as a quote-unquote marauder. He's extremely aggressive, but he's not reckless. There's intelligence with it. Now obviously with the aggression, sometimes he does put himself in danger. His boxing defense is pretty dreadful. It's honestly not that good, but offensively, the danger that Shavkat presents to his opponent is insane. He can literally finish you from anywhere. He can finish you standing. He can finish you in the clinch. He can finish you on the ground. And then when we talk about Shavkat on the ground, Shavkat honestly isn't that good at taking people down. But when he does get them down, they don't get back up. Okay? He doesn't get people down often, but when he does, they don't get back up. And when he's on the ground, he is extremely dangerous. Okay, Shavkat can submit you practically from anywhere. We saw that with the Jeff Neal fight, where he submitted him with a rear naked standing. Crazy. Shavkat is just danger personified. He's balls to the wall. He's just dangerous 24/7, but that does provide holes in his defense. Okay, but Shavkat is extremely dangerous. He's relatively fast. He's intelligent while being extremely aggressive. When he gets people on the ground, he's extremely good. Now, we move on to Ian Garry. Ian Garry takes the path of least resistance. That's just what he does. He will take the easiest path to victory that he can possibly take. Now, Ian Garry is obviously, you know, very tall, very rangy, and he's very intelligent. He is honestly a very intelligent fighter. A lot of people don't like Ian Garry, but you gotta admit the guy is good. He's extremely intelligent, very high fight IQ. I think fight IQ wise, he's definitely smarter than Shavkat. Honestly, I think he's definitely smarter than Shavkat. I think on the feet, he's technically better than Shavkat. I just think he's just more intelligent, more safe, not quite as dangerous. Doesn't pack as much power, but he's just more safe. Okay, Ian Garry doesn't really make mistakes on the feet, and if he does, like when he got knocked down against Song Kenan, he makes adjustments, he changes, he can adjust on the fly. He a very intelligent fighter, which he can do really anything. And like I said, he takes the path of least resistance possible. Now, on the ground, is he that good? He's alright. He's alright. He doesn't present much threat, but also he's not easy to submit. I mean, he's never really been beat up on the ground or been in danger, but he also doesn't present much danger. We saw that against MVP. He was literally on MVP's back and really couldn't get anything going. Now, the fight itself, how do I see it going? You want me to be honest? I think Ian Garry is going to piece up Shavkat Rakhmonov within the early rounds. I genuinely do. I think Ian Garry is the better technical striker. I think he is more skilled than Shavkat. But Ian Garry is honestly a little bit weak. I'm not going to say it's the vegan diet, but he is a little bit weak, okay? I can honestly see Ian Garry piecing Shavkat up in the first and second just to get outpowered, okay? Ian Garry is not knocking out Shavkat. He's not finishing Shavkat. He don't have the power that a Jeff Neal possesses, and Jeff Neal couldn't even do it. I honestly see him piecing up Shavkat and just getting out-strengthed. You know, getting in the clinch, getting beaten up in the clinch, and getting worn down to the point where I really think Shavkat in the 3rd, 4th and 5th will dominate. And I see Shavkat Rakhmonov getting some sort of finish in the 4th or the 5th, whether that be a submission or a TKO. I don't think he'll knock Ian Garry out, but I can see a TKO or a submission. So my prediction is our first 2 hard rounds for Shavkat Rakhmonov, but I do think he finishes the fight in the 4th or in the 5th.